I feel like I'm still in the prime of my career. I've got some good years left ahead of me. So I'm looking forward to hopefully being able to get, another championship, 2 or 3, hopefully, and then of course also reaching about 100 wins. That would certainly be nice.
What's going on, guys? This is Brian Jones from PopCulture.com. And joining me today is one of NASCAR's top stars. He's a two-time NASCAR Cup Series champion, has won a total of 59 Cup Series races, 102 Xfinity Series races, and is currently seeking his third NASCAR Cup Series title. Kyle Busch. Kyle, thank you so much for joining us. How are you?
Absolutely. Yeah, man. Good to talk with you. How's it going?
Good, man. I appreciate you doing this. So I want to get into what you're doing with NASCAR this year in a little bit, but I wanted to start off with your partnership with Breathe the Right Nasal Strips. This is a partnership you just started, but you've been using the product for a while now. What makes Breathe the Right Nasal Strips great to use?
Well, for me, it actually helps a lot with breathing, obviously. So being able to put the Breathe Right nasal strip over your nose, I've found allergies here in North Carolina years ago. And so I've kind of had to figure out how to be able to breathe better. And also with the constraints and restrictions that you have in the NASCAR race car with your helmet on, you've got a sock that goes underneath right here. Your cheek pads are pushing on you. Yeah. So the only air that's coming in is through the top air tube that, gives you fresh air, but also just being able to breathe just not out of your mouth, but also being able to utilize mouth and nose. And so those Breathe Right nasal strips help me out a ton, just being able to get the right amount of air in there and the breathing ability better from what it was. So also had some friends of mine tell me about how they use them at night for a sleep aid to kind of help them through the nighttime, being able to not be congested and breathe normally. So I also use them while working out, being able to get in the gym and not just huffing and puffing, breathing through your mouth. The workout trainers always tell you breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. So trying to make sure that, making sure you're healthy, living, being able to get full oxygen.
And one of the things that Breathe Right does is help you during sleep. Do you use it while you're sleeping or in the bedtime?
I use it mostly while working out and while racing. I've used it a few times occasionally. During allergy season at nighttime in order to make sure that I'm sleeping better, but also I'm not snoring. The wife doesn't enjoy when I'm snoring.
Yeah, definitely understand that. But you mentioned it helps you with racing. And right now you're in the thick of the playoffs. There's 2 races left. Last Sunday, things didn't go well, but you're still in the top 4. So what do you need to do in order to have some success this Sunday and make it to the championship race?
Yeah, we've got to have a good weekend this weekend, going to Martinsville. It's one of our good tracks. We've been fast there before. We won the race in 2016. We won there in 2017, I believe, and finished both races in the top 5 in 2018. And I mentioned those years because the aero package that we're going there with this year is very similar to the aero packages that we ran in those seasons. So I would like to think that looking back on some past notes and kind of coming up with a good baseline setup to just come off the truck and start the race with, no practice, no qualifying, just get in there and get going. We've got to be ready to go right off the truck.
Of course. And the Martinsville race is the Xfinity 500. And you mentioned you've had success there before, but does this track present any challenges that you have to watch out for this Sunday?
It does. It's a really tight, short track. So a lot of action can be happening. We're close quarters racing. You're always bumping somebody or getting bumped, or you're side by side with somebody, maybe trading some paint through the turns and stuff like that. So it's an action-packed racetrack for sure. And the restarts get kind of crazy, especially when you get down towards the end of the race. If there's a caution with, say 40 or 30 laps to go or something like that, cautions tend to breed cautions. There's going to be more cautions, and especially guys that are really trying to race their way in. There's only one spot basically left with 4 drivers trying to vie for it, and it's going to be tough.
Absolutely. I think we're going to be all looking forward to the race on Sunday. And this season's been pretty interesting in the sense that there's been an addition of more road courses. I think there's been a total of 6. Are you a fan of the road courses? Is that something you enjoy competing on?
I am. Yeah, I enjoy road racing. I think it's cool. I like the road courses that are more traditional road courses, though, not the ones that are made into a road course. I don't like the roval aspects of them, where it's a racetrack that we typically race on the oval racetrack, and then they cut a path through the infield of it, and then we come back out. Those are the ones I don't necessarily enjoy. I feel like, being able to step on the real racetracks and get used to running around the true circuits of road racing is very fun.
Absolutely. And when it comes to your overall and when it comes to your career, you've competed on many tracks over the years. What are some of the favorite speedways and racetrays that you like to drive on?
I would say my favorite is Bristol Motor Speedway. Again, that's one of the short tracks that we race at. It's only a half mile in length and close action, concrete surface, but high banked. And, you can run around there really fast, keep your momentum going. And, we've gotten, I think 8 wins there or something like that over the course of my career. So that one's one of my favorites for sure.
Right. And one of the new, I wouldn't say a new race course is what NASCAR is doing next year to start off the season is having an event at the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum. What are your thoughts on that? Do you like the fact that they're having a racetrack or having an event at a facility that's normally used for the NFL and college football?
Yeah, it's definitely going to make for some interesting racing. That's for sure. It's going to be tough. Course is going to be very tight. I predict there's going to be a lot of action. I don't know how fast we'll really be able to get to go. It's not going to be a speed racetrack, where you go to some of these speedways and you run 190 miles an hour. It's going to be pretty slow, but still, you're going to be bumping and grinding and all over everybody, just trying to figure out your way of being able to pass by them. And so close quarters actions for sure. And I'm sure a lot of hot tempers, so make sure you wear your breathe right strip. Keep that breathing good.
Absolutely. And the last question for me before I let you go is, as I mentioned, you've done a lot in your career, but what are some of the goals that you have in terms of what you want to do moving forward in NASCAR?
Yeah, for me, I feel like I'm still in the prime of my career. I've got some good years left ahead of me, so I'm looking forward to hopefully being able to get, another championship 2 or 3, hopefully, and then of course also reaching about 100 wins. That would certainly be nice. We're 2 championships in, we're 60 race victories in, so it'd be nice to continue to elevate that total and also win a Daytona 500. That's one of the biggest races of our sport, actually the biggest race of our sport. I have yet to win that one, so would certainly love to be able to get that checkbox under my belt.
Of course, man. I think you can reach all those goals the way you've been competing the last few years. I think you'll definitely hit those marks. So, Kyle, thank you so much for joining me today. We really do appreciate it, and continued success and good luck on Sunday.
Yeah, I appreciate that very much. Looking forward to it. It's going to be a barn burner. Tune in.
It definitely will be. Hey, guys, thank you so much for joining us today. And for more on Kyle and all your favorite sports stars, be sure to keep it locked right here on PopCulture.com.